from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed three-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crook.
What a pleasure it is to be here in this. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. The straight right just misses. Throws the jab and doesn't score. These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally they're about to go at it in the ring.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They've elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Good counter punch. Nice counter shot. That jab doesn't find a home. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. He threw a punch and just got countered. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right, concentrate.
You got to like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? They both want a knockout, you can tell. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. This fight has a real good flow to it. Nice job getting that punch through. So much for boxing. This is a fight. They exchange punches. Good counter punching. Talk about Robinson. There's the bell for round two. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Catch and shoot. Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye. They're waiting for any little twist you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
No rest for the weary. Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Can't find a home in that jab. That jab was blocked.
Both of these fighters have had their moments. skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. That left hook missed. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Some fighters are just gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Back and forth they go. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Caught him with that body shot, and it froze him in his tracks. Look at this again.
Even I've got to see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you okay?
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Robinson in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it.
There's the bell for round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
These two were made for each other. A perfect counter lands. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
They both want the knockout. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone, and you've just got to try and cut them, skim them, go for speed.
Time counter shot. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Nice counter. Just avoids the left uppercut. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Just missed with that hook. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round.
He got complacent.
There's the bell to start round 4. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
There's a counter shot. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Nope, that hook won't score. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Nice counter shot. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing up and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Both men step back for just a moment. That left hook won't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
That's lights out right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You all right?
Apparently it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot. A clean one.
10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Robinson. Time for the 5th round. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to so like to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. Neither fighter willing to slow down. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Well, Johnny, as you know, there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. And there's the bell to start round 6. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Beautiful counter shot. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. Nice defense there to stop the right hook. And he scores with the counter.